Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to Sunless Skies. I'm going to be honest, can't remember what I was doing. A saying device, I remember, we were just exploring. So, I'm just going to assume that's what I was doing, and go uncover some of the map that I haven't seen yet. I'm thinking to the east is the best way to go. Because there's bound to be something exciting out there. He says, not knowing what's out there, but make sure I need to work out how to get rid of terror as well. I remember. Ew. I thought he was stuck in the corner of the building there. Let's see if there's anything we can discover, as in places. No, nondescript building number 3. Laidlaw's Coffee House. Experience. It only dawned on me before I started doing this recording session how long it's been since I died. Now I know I've just cursed myself, so the chances are I'm going to die as soon as I get the opportunity to do so. But considering I was playing this before and I was dying all the time, I don't know what's changed. Maybe I'm just not stupidly attacking everything that moves now? I don't know. Well, let's see if the bat finds anything. Oof, you never know. He was doing really well last episode. Yeah, what's it found? 3 sorts of soul wander this broken stretch of sky. The quick, the dead, and the mad. Okay, it's right behind me. What the hell could this be? Yeah, go forward from here. I'm guessing it's going to be a... It's got to be a dock. So, is it going to be just like a mineable or something? Never know, maybe it's an assaying thing. I feel like I'm saying that wrong, I don't know why. The flare foundries through smoke, you are nearing the work world. Oh no, it's just free stuff. Panic over. Oh, more bloody nostalgic crockery. Is that what it's called? Nostalgic crockery? I have to find out. Oh, damn. Creative nostalgic crockery. Of course it is. Oh, back to the east we go. Now another bat. I'm starting to think maybe I should carry more supplies now the bat actually works. Yeah, see? Look at that, he found something straight away. This makes the game much more interesting. It saves me aimlessly wandering around trying to find things. The searching lights of watchtowers away in the night. Watch now as all of the assaying stuff is on the other side of London. And this is all just going to be minables and stuff. I'm not sure if the game randomly generates like that, but you never know. Okay, whatever it is, it's right here. The Blandbard columns? It's a mineable. Can I... That's what I wanted to check. Can I just hot swap? Damn. Well, it was worth a go. I need a ship with multiple bits on. Is that part of a mask? That's like the eye. And mouth would be there. Interesting. Okay, well that let me down. Anything else? No. Well damn. I don't get why he's pleased to announce. He should be on my side. I stand by this. Let's just get out of it more, I suppose, and see if we can find something. And just hope we don't run out of fuel. I'm sure I have many missions and things I need to complete. I know I need to go back to the Clockwork Sun at some point. But save just doing the same trip backwards and forwards. I think we'll try and find some new stuff. And then I've still got quests to do back in the old Reach. I'm pretty sure ports now come up with the port symbol instead of just a question mark. And question marks are just minables and like interactables. If that's a word. I'm not sure if it is a word, but I'll take it. Friend or foe? Are you the question mark? Hello? Trying to find out. Go with friend. Bit weird seeing him just kind of sitting there doing nothing, though. Ow! Kind of asked for that, but... Damn dangerous drivers. Oh wow, this looks... The roads are arranged in a ring like the strokes on a clock face on the monoliths of Stonehenge. Oh, dear God, what is that? It's a Stargate. I have found a Stargate. Eh? Die. Right, let's not tarry here. We will probably die. Well, we're definitely getting a huge dose of terror. It's another part. Let's find something else. That's not a nice... Ah, do the handprints... Boom. Do the handprints mean terror locations? That would make sense. Friend or foe? Oh God, he's coming for me. Man, that's a big train. Good God. I'm flying in like the tiniest train ever. I kind of feel like I need an upgrade. Oh my God. Mining stuff everywhere. Don't have them. The one time I take the mining thing off, I feel cheated. The shame it's so far back to get to London. I suppose it's not that far away, but I don't know. I want to do a saying. Ow. I was kind of hoping to find a dock out here. Because if I find a dock, I can quickly swap it over. Then sod's law dictates they both disappear and I have to find it. I'll find nothing but a saying. Points. Because this game is cruel. I'm trying to think it's a mind reader. You near the Orms Wold, a knot of winding gullies where London is unloved and time is rebellious. This don't seem fun. I mean, London being unloved is a sin among itself, but the thing about time is a little bit worrying. I mean, it looks cool. Ah, port. Sweet. Yonder lies the Eyrie, an engineer informs you. The very roost of science. What in God's name is that? Like a spinning fog machine. Oh, Nell's Tower. Roysters Club? Roysters? The Royal Society, the Eyrie Hat. Man, this place looks posh. I want to live here. Well, let's see what they've got. What do they sell here? Ooh, guns. I'm just going to buy all of the tea, even though I'm probably going to regret this no matter what, but we'll buy it. That's good. Let's start the Eyrie. The Eyrie. Pretty mansions, not masons. Pretty masons all over the place. Pretty mansions of stone and glass rise above the verdant gardens, while below machines whir and groan. A persistent sound of hammering pounds through the air. The Royal Society. The words "nullus in verba" are written across the stonework above a great bronzewood doors. Her renewed Majesty has granted these grounds to the finest minds in Albion to work here. Their purview is to invent, to hypothesize, and to discover, and most crucially, to watch the stars. The Royal Society welcomes careful captains. What does it mean by careful? Oh, come on. The mellifluous present? President! Brain. He directs your attention to the new marble on the floors, to the cheerful portraits of distinguished Royal Society members lining the hallway, and finally to the very large portrait of himself in his plush library. That's living right there. Big picture of yourself on the wall. We do like captains here at the Royal Society. We need our space, and frankly our comforts to think. But it is you, brave souls, who do the real legwork. Extremely educational. If not, our gardens are extremely fine, as is our conversation and the port. Why do I need irons to wander the gardens? Oh, that's why. The Royal Society have left their gardens to run wild through an attempt was made at some point to tame them. Yeah. Way! The gardens were an early attempt by the Society to stamp their mark upon the sky. More interesting avenues for scientific exploration quickly presented themselves, however, and the gardens were left to run wild half-tamed. The overgrown gardens are beautiful but hazardous to the casual walker. You, however, are a veteran rambler. This haha is no obstacle to your fearless tread. The follies neither deceive nor divert you from your path, and you can tell from a mile off the bog is a bad idea. You find yourself in a pleasant Forks classical temple dedicated to the suns. Someone has left something behind. Time passed while you were idled in the gardens. Your gardening leave quality is now 275. I wonder what this affects. Oh, probably this. What could it be? A miniature folding bureau. Oh, my brain did that. I'm tired. The mahogany has been recently polished. The box reeks of money. Oh, hello. Wow! 500 sovereigns? Good God. This is because it is crammed full of freshly printed sovereigns, with an obscene amount of loose coinage shoved into the drawers. The bureau is so heavy with riches it could happily double as a blunt force weapon. Why would you throw a bureau at someone? Well, let's write a port report. Someone might be interested in what's going on here. Latest developments. The Royal Society hums with activity. The preparations for a new wing of the Airy House are in motion. The mellifluous president is convening another committee to continue the renovations of the gardens. The astronomers are excited about a star of burnished amber seen far to the east. The Rochester Club regrettably continues at high speeds. Well, let's see what the president wants us to do. Hello, Captain. Do come in. Come in. The mellifluous president Steeples? What the? I don't know what context that works, but I'm going to assume it does. Steeples his fingers. On his desk, metal suns suspended from silver frames clack in the breeze. Now, are you here about work, or do you consider the term vulgar as well? I send reports back to London periodically, but we can't be everywhere. So much to do, so little time. Places of particular solar activity will do nicely. Oh. Well, that seems lucky. Deliver a port report from the Clockwork Sun. I'd probably get more for it here than I do at London, so... We would be very interested in information concerning our beloved star. 100 sovereigns, wow. The mellifluous president folds up your report neatly and tosses it into the fire raging in the hearth. A bead of nervous sweat courses down his forehead as he watches it carefully, not looking away until it is ash. I see. Very good, Captain. Very good. Why did he throw it in the fire? On the plus side, we now have their gratitude. Oh. Okay. So it seems like you can deliver certain port reports here for probably a better reward. These two are in the reach. What do we need for this? We need 4 sky stories. We have 3. Damn it. Okay. I'm bidding goodbye. I'm bidding goodbye. Cheerio. Attend a port reception. There are always achievements to celebrate at the Royal Society. New publications, new inventions, new colleagues. Her Majesty's scientific work is never done. Damn it. I need more of those. A few odd captains mingle in the Palatial Ballroom with astronomers, engineers and scientists. Conversation is stilted, but the cheese and biscuits are plentiful, as is the port. The mellifluous president attempts to tell jokes. Spirits improve when the careless Devilish enters, carrying pilfered wines from the Rochester Club, accompanied by the inscribed tinkerer with a blistering homebrew. You wake up alone in your cabin, surrounded by the remnants of what appears to have been a party. Someone has remodeled your sink to be more aerodynamic. Your headache is unforgivable. Sounds like a good night out. Nell's Tower? The Royal Society's observatory is named for King Charles's canniest mistress. Nell's Tower is the jewel in the Society's crown. A sign on the door in neat copperplate reads, Nell's Tower, closed for the 13th annual Airy Diner. Leave urgent business at the doorstep. There is a polite cough at your shoulder. Turning, you see a tall man with a beard like a nest of vipers. The supercilicious Bursar introduces himself. I came to round up stragglers, but as a captain, you are of rank sufficient to attend the dinner. If you wish to attend. Damn straight, let's go. There will be port, Captain. Yeah. Never say no to free dinner. The dinner is held in the mahogany and marble imperial dining room of Airy House. Every piece of the dinner service is mismatched. That's not very British. And both the furniture and the personages in the room are pleasantly rumpled. The supercilicious Bursar brings you to the high table, where the 3 senior astronomers of Nell's Tower are holding court. You are introduced to the senatorial professor, the chair of the effulgent sciences, and the lecturer for imperial affairs as the first course is served. I don't know what's the best choice here. We have enough supplies, I suppose. Lowering our terror could be good. But we're only 38% and it won't lower the condition. It'll just lower the... I don't think it will. Let's try. Yeah, thought so. Good lord! It's smoked like fine cheese and fired like a master potter's kiln. The colour is pale ruby, like a star-kissed stone. Its bequet is Homeric, as are the epaulets you lavish upon it. Oh, there are so many words I don't know. And I always thought I was quite good at the English language. These games teach me otherwise. The senatorial professor smiles and adjusts his blindfold. From the ruins at Port Avon, a marvellous find. The first course ends with the great smacking of lips and a general feeling of goodwill towards the chef. Oh dear. The supercilious Bursar passes the dish of buttered potatoes with an oily smile. What is an oily smile? The conversation continues, lubricated by the Herculean quantities of port. Buttered potatoes, roast squirmings, and sautéed Hibernian mushrooms are devoured in between rhetorical thrusts. Okay. Oh. Wow, 2 women to 1 man. She is rationing her port with water and visually holding her tongue. It doesn't sound very fun at all. The government's woman. The lecturer keeps her voice low and produces a pen from her iron bun. She scribbles on a napkin as you explain your recent history. They resent me here, you understand. I was a direct appointment by Her Majesty's government. They dislike being reminded who holds the purse strings. The second course ends with the lecturer in Imperial Affairs telling a rather wry-bland joke and a hearty toast to the continued health of all present. Wow, is this? Okay. Sherbets produced in London sweet shops, sponge cake from the Admiral Nelson on Port Prosper, clotted cream, and actual strawberries grown in the gardens, and more port. This sounds like a splendid diner. The conversation grows looser, the stories more risque. The supercellus bursar leans in conspiratorially. I arrange these dinners to promote unity, you understand, and of course for the good memory of our previous president, who nobly argued for the introduction of the society to the wilderness and convinced Her Majesty of our utility. He toasts the large portrait of Airy that dominates the room. Can I keep talking to the same one? I mean, she was watering down her booze before, now she's getting a bit tipsy. Let's go. In vino veritas. She tops you up and attempts a wink. Never waste a drop of wine, as my governess used to say. She sighs. I know what the bursar's up to, distracting us from the fact that London's got us pointing the telescope at a dead corner of the sky. A matter of national security, they said. Got the wrong coordinates if you ask me. Anyway, until they say we can move it, our studies are on hold. Hello, what's going on here? The third course comes to a close, with a great groaning, and heartfelt but false protestations that one couldn't possibly manage cheese and biscuits after all of this. Oh. The supercellus bursar leans in as the plates are cleared away. Before we adjourn, there is the question of patronage to consider. All eyes are on you. Why me? A hush falls over the table. The three faces of the astronomers are turned to you. The supercellus bursar continues as though nothing has changed. Our telescope is operated only by the will of the government. We are not allowed to move the telescope without permission. A bold skyfarer such as yourself might obtain such permission, or at least an official-looking document that could be conceivably construed as permission. Our astronomers would be very much interested in patronizing you. Patronizing you. Patronizing? One of those is taking the piss. One of them is showing support. You bring them a permit, they can advance their researches. In exchange, they'll teach you what they know. Well, I'm going to go with the lecturer just because that's the only one I talk to. She smiles, with something approaching genuine pleasure. Marvellous, quite marvellous. Come to the tower whenever you wish to begin. Make sure you have a permit. Mind, I have no idea where to get a permit. London, I assume? I mean, do we have to go speak to the Queen? That'd be rather entertaining, wouldn't it? Okay, the Rochester Club. I'm going to say that wrong every single time I read it, but it's worth a go. A cosy country house bolted onto the side of the Society's glass houses and overgrown lawns. This is the meeting place of the infamous Rochester Racing Club. The clubhouse. Brandy glasses gleam on the shelves. Polished brass fixtures abound. A fire roars in the hearth. Members sit in comfortable armchairs comparing war stories. Parts salvaged from broken trains adorn the walls. Inquire into joining the club. You are, after all, a captain of the skies. I'm guessing this is you have no racer. Compete in a race. The thunderling terror of the sunless skies, the Rochester races are a competitive sport of choice at the Royal Society. Well, I guess we can inquire, see if we need to do anything. I'm not really a huge racing fan, but you never know. The dismal debutante curls her lip. The boisterous Harridan cackles. The current Lord Rochester laughs gamely, but before abruptly stopping. Oh, you were serious? He coughs to conceal his embarrassment. Well, should you really wish to join our merry company, you'll have to prove yourself in a proper race. The careless Deviless, in her smoked velvet jacket, appraises you carefully. You'll need to prove your mettle, my dear. Win one of our races and we'll be happy to admit you. What's the worst that can happen? Let's go. crap. Lord Rochester claps you on the back. Good sport, that. The rules are simple. Get to the destination port and back here in 30 days. Then you can call yourself a true racer. Savvy? He calls for order in the club room and gathers the other racers around. A quick toast is raised to your health and then it's on with the race. Where do I need to go? It hasn't said. Oh, reach the floating parliament. There it is. That's really far away. And how do I know how long a day is? Is there a clock? I have a pocket watch. To the Portsmouth house. That's something I've definitely got to do then. Soon. The workshops under the area are known collectively as Portsmouth House. The glass and brick factories are staffed by harassed inventors and engineers, working constantly to produce the next advancement in adventuring equipment. Smoke and soot, glass and steel, the Portsmouth Arsenal. The ring of hammers on metal, the swearing of engineers, the acrid scent of sweat. Here in the bowels of Portsmouth House, the scientists of the Royal Society work to produce experimental designs for daring captains. The engineers are, however, more interested in things they can use than your coin. Here you can convert goods to experimental modifications which can be exchanged for unique equipment. This sounds interesting. One can never have too many guns. What's that? An otherworldly artifact. I mean, how many of these do I have? You have one in all. What could we get? Work the engineers are willing to admit is finished is stored in the long gallery of steel and glass. Equipment gleams behind glass cases like exhibits in a particularly technically minded museum. Take your time, the soot-speckled engineer says, leaning against a wall. Let me know if anything tickles your particular fancy. The secure at least 75 hearts and increase your health by 6 and quality by 8. This seems like it could be really good. But you need 10 modifications. The Mighty Pen Defensive Library System? The pneumatic library staffed by its own rat librarian armed with many defensive works. Wow. Raises your hull by 15? Carmilla is a cannery that occupies your auxiliary slot. Oh, so these are like unique canning, unique mining. Surprising, extensive and surprisingly wardrobe. Because you hold my hand, you cost by 4. Wow. Well, I'm gonna have to think about that then. That's gonna be interesting. I mean, that only gives me 1. If I could just buy like 10 guns and trade them in. I don't know how much 10 guns are. I do remember though. Oof, they're expensive. So if I wanted 10... 600? I should probably buy 1 and then see if I can do it again. That seems like a better idea than buying all 10 and then being like, oh, I can't do it. Give them here. Actually, on second thoughts, give them to Albert. On account of how I'm not allowed near incendiaries anymore. Okay, buy 9 more. I mean, it's new. It's interesting, and I've got money, so why not? 9. Portsmouth House, Arsenal. 1. 2. Oh, this could take a while. On the plus side, they're never going to need guns again. Just unloading crates and crates of munitions off of my train. I forgot what it was called then. 8. Almost there. And then I've got to, then I've got to read everything. Oh no, and find out what it does. It's now... Oh wait, where do I actually trade it in? There we go. It's the top option. Okay, so some of these are locked by skills. So like those cabins require me to have iron of at least 50. I don't actually know what my stats are. Crap. Oh, how do I get out of this? I need to... Oh, these require more than... Oh, some of these require 15. Reinforced mining require for lucrative member. Oh, it increases your hull by 12. Good God. There isn't actually as many here as I thought. My biggest problem is if I buy something for a slot that I have something in that's really important, I'm going to worry. I kind of want the... I don't know what I want. Guessing I only have enough... I might not even have enough... Let's... perhaps not. Let's... What are my skills? Oh, I can't use any of them. Okay, well irons would be the closest, but no, can't do it yet. But so, what was the iron one? Irons one even. Irons of at least 50. I could get the Camilla Cannery, but that slot is incredibly I mean, hull by 7 and quarters by 6 is not great. Because I don't lose my crew very often. And I've already got 50 hull. I'll sit on it for now. I can't use it anyway. So we'll see if we can increase our skills somehow. I've just seen how long this episode's going on for. So instead of carrying on, I'm going to end the episode here. We found something new, the Royal Society. That's interesting. It's basically been an episode of me just aimlessly wandering around and then finding somewhere to go. And then reading everything, because that's fun. But anyway, like, subscribe, let me know what you think. Anything helps. Either way, I'll see you next time.